Welcome back. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. Or am I? I don't know. I have an awful, garbage, filthy mouth where sometimes, just sometimes, I tend to use the word fuck as a comma. I know, it's disturbing. I should be stopped. But I haven't. Deal with it. If you're not into that or weird stuff in general, this is definitely not the place for you, sweetheart. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. Y'all, I kind of forgot to do an intro. Oops. In any case, if you are new to this channel, hi, my name is Teresa and I am a garbage person. This video is purely a get ready with me. I don't really comment at all on the makeup. I just play around and tell a very long-winded weird story. So if you're interested in that, and today's is a doozy, it will definitely aggravate you to the core. Definitely keep watching and check it out. The products that I do use in today's video, I will be doing a review in a future video. Definitely be on the lookout for that. Anyway, go say hi to past me. There's a couple things I want to talk about in today's video, actually. I wanted to talk a little bit about what is going to be happening in December. I'm sure y'all know a lot of creators do Vlogmas, and normally I'm like, but you know what? I am seeing all my friends do it, and I'm like, I want to do it too! I can't do the whole month. Like, we know that, right? Because yeah, duh. What I do want to do is do 12 days of Deadmas because I think that would be really adorable. With that being said, my plan is to start doing it sometime around December 14th, which I believe is Monday, and then the last day would be Christmas. So I will say, I do have some surprises, but the first day is actually going to be a makeup bingo. And you're getting 2 makeup bingos this month. You're welcome. Happy holidays. I'm really envious of those who can do Vlogmas because it really just is a testament of how people don't fold under pressure. I freak out over nothing. So I'm excited to see physically and mentally where this is going to take me. I mention this because one of the videos I'm planning on doing is an updated makeup collection / storage video. I think this is probably my highly requested video, and with good reason, because I think I declutter so much stuff. Y'all just want to know what I keep in the back, and I don't blame you. I'm nosy bitch too. One thing I feel like that you do see on YouTube is that a lot of the collection videos are from those that are actual, like, you know, this is their full-time job, and you know, they're getting sent, you know, massive amounts of fucking PR or whatever. So like they need a whole fucking system to store their shit. Like they need a labyrinth, a cave, a library. They need that thing on the wall that like you put your hand and eye at the same time and it's like a retinal scan. Like they need that. Little old garbage me. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City and I need to figure out what works best for me and the space that I'm in, because currently where I record all my videos is technically my bedroom. Felt like it was important to show what, I don't want to say like not a traditional YouTuber, because I mean I do get some PR, but most of the shit I buy myself, but someone who's just a makeup enthusiast that has a love for pretty fucking things. So I'm kind of like Ariel minus my hunger for peen. That video is going to be coming up soon, but I mention this because I just had a very long battle with the Container Store that it was weird, and I just need someone to talk to about it. I have been on a quest for quite some time now, trying to figure out what is the best storage solution for someone that lives in an apartment and that doesn't have a lot of space. So I found that the Container Store had some really nice options that, while yes, they are, I don't want to say like super expensive. I don't think they're super expensive. I definitely think they're on the higher end, but what you get is well worth the money. So for me, my quest really technically started last year. For Christmas, my mom asked me what I want, and I was like, you know what, give me some containers from the Container Store. First of all, I feel like I'm fulfilling my nude fantasy. Like,
yes, my name is Anne. Yes, I hide my wine bottles in the trash. Yes, I cyberstalk my ex-boyfriend. Yes, I have a Live Laugh Love poster on my wall. But you know what though? I'm beautiful.
Oh, yes. Give me Costco Savings Club right now. Oh my God. Give me fights in Starbucks.
Because the espresso machine is down. Thank you.
Anyway, so I asked my mom to get me a couple of these sweater boxes. I didn't realize how big they were, so while I wanted to actually overhaul my whole system and put all my bronzers and blushes and whatever in it, I couldn't do that. These are only good if you have bigger palettes. We're gonna do the other eye off camera, and then we're gonna start working on this base. And I will come back and continue my long-winded story. Before we get into the base, I want to say a big ol' thank you to Function of Beauty for sponsoring today's video. It's a company that makes customizable hair, skincare, and body products. Function of Beauty was kind enough to send me my very own custom skincare set.
Ooh.
And I've been trying it for about a month now. What makes Function of Beauty unique is that there are at least 3 billion formulations and combinations possible. And this is super important because
We are all unique snowflakes, and our skin demands different things. Right, Susan?
Now, making your custom formula is actually very simple, really simple. You answer a quick quiz on your skin type, makeup use, and skin sensitivity, and what you would like to achieve. Since I have very, very sensitive skin, I was able to create products without fragrance, which if you have sensitive skin, you know how important that is. Besides having no scent, I wanted my products to hydrate, soothe, and minimize my redness. Love the idea of customizable skincare because as the seasons change, so does your skin. Now this customizable skincare set has 3 products: a cleanser, a serum, and a moisturizer in these beautiful ombre bottles.
Ooh.
And one of the best parts about the packaging is that you can name it. I realized after ordering I missed the mark because it could have read Function of Dead. But what can I say? I'm a narcissist and I wanted to have my initial in there. The other great thing about being customizable is that you're also able to pick the product's finish. For example, since I have dry skin, I wanted a moisturizer that was rich and emollient. So I chose a cream finish. Now the other finishes are gel or lotion. As for the cleanser, you have a choice of micellar gel or jelly. My preference is a jelly cleanser. Really love how it feels on my skin. Not only does it do a fantastic job of actually cleaning my face, but it leaves my skin feeling soft and supple. Then you have the serum, which is water-based and delivers the highest concentration of key ingredients like allantonin, which helps soothe the skin. The brand takes pride in their ingredients, so they never use any parabens, sulfates, GMOs, or toxins, and it's 100% vegan and cruelty-free. If you're interested in trying Function of Beauty, you can get 20% off your order and a free selfie headband. Ooh, when you click the link below. So thank you again to Function of Beauty for sponsoring today's video. All right, so we are gonna do a little skincare first, and then we're gonna move on to foundation. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so on my birthday, I decided to head to the Container Store. 1, to finally leave the cave that I've been dwelling in for the past 9 months. And 2, I figured if I can pick them up in the store, I could save myself on any sort of delivery fees. So lo and behold, I go into the Container Store, and unfortunately they didn't have everything that I needed. I'm the kind of person where it's like, I could potentially just get half of it and just be on my merry way, but I decided,
No, I want it all, and I want it all right now.
so I figured, fuck it, I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna order it online. So I placed my order, and I see that I get an email immediately after placing my order saying like, hey, because of COVID, it's very hard for us to predict when you're gonna be getting these products, so expect anywhere from 7 to 21 business days. And I was like, all right, there's nothing I really can do. It is what it is, and I can't be mad about it. It'll be like Christmas, because by the time it gets here, I'll forget that I even ordered it. I want to say close to 20 business days go by, and I finally get an email saying, hey girl, we got your order for you, bitch. We're gonna be sending it to you, but because you ordered so much and you're a weirdo, we're gonna split up between 6 orders. And they're all gonna come on different days. So I was like, all right, fine. So the first delivery, actually, multiple products were going to be delivered, all coming rather soon. So I'm excited. I start cleaning up my area because I'm like, oh my God, the babies are coming. We have to get the nursery ready. Like this is gonna be amazing. Now, the first shipment technically was gonna have the most amount of products. Funny story, what came instead was a box of hangers. And you know what's funny? I was like, I couldn't be mad, but I was pissed. But like, I was like, you know what? This shit happens all the time. So I figured I'm gonna call the Container Store. Funny story, I was on hold for about an hour. Okay, and I was like, oh, I have other things to do than to waste my fucking time. They do have an option where it says they'll call you back. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in that shit. Because 9 out of 10 times, they never fucking call you back, okay? They just do that to give you some sort of peace of mind and for you to forget that you even called to begin with, all right? Conspiracy theory, maybe, but you know it's true. Anywhoosies, so I don't do that. That's why I waited an hour, and I figured, you know what? At this point, I was so pissed off because I got a box of fucking hangers. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna publicly ridicule them on Twitter. Because honestly, what's really sad is that a lot of companies these days do not answer emails. However, they do answer aggressive tweets. Now, my tweet wasn't aggressive or anything like that. I was kind of like, LOL, big fail, hashtag. Like, I was nice, but I was just kind of like, oh my God, like I was supposed to get all this stuff, but like only hangers showed up, like, oh my God. I'm pretty sure when I was like tweeting it out, that's the voice I had in my head. After a few tweets, I get a response that's like,
oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, can you like DM us and we'll take care of it.
so I was like, awesome. And that's what I love about doing kind of on Twitter is because they kind of act fast. Now I'm in Container Store's DMs and I'm like, and I'm very nice and very pleasant. I'm like, hey, this is what happened. I got a box of hangers. What can we do for me? So they were very, very nice and they were like,
oops, my bad. Shit like this happens all the time. LOL COVID. So what we're gonna do is like, you could totes keep those hangers.
I love how I'm like, they sound like a fucking 15-year-old.
You can totes keep the hangers, but like we'll send you your stuff, but it's gonna be like an additional 15 days. Like LOL, sorry.
I'm like, fuck. Fine. Fine. I'm at your mercy. Like, I will do whatever you say at this point. So then the next shipment comes in. Finally, it's the boxes, right? Because I got these smaller boxes. And I'll explain that in the future storage video. But I was just like, okay, cool, got these. Tell me how half of these boxes have weird imperfections on them. So I called the Container Store, again, no answer. So I wound up kind of DMing them on Twitter and I was like, hey, I received these. They have imperfections on them. Is it cool if I just bring them to the store or do I have to ship them back? Like, what's the deal? They're like, no, it's totally fine. Just take it to your local Container Store and they'll swap it out. Like, awesome, great. This should be easy. All right. So we go to the Container Store and the line was all the way to the back of the store. There was only like 2 people on the register. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna be here for a while. I asked Alex to stay online for me while I run around the store supermarket sweep style trying to find these acrylic boxes because they had at least, I think like 60 something in stock. So I was like, all right, like I'm gonna be able to get my boxes and that's it. So it took me a little bit to figure out where they were, but ultimately I found them. It was amazing. Like I hugged them, I cried, and I noticed that, you know, definitely the ones that I had were flawed because they didn't have any of these weird, like it was so weird. It was like these weird imperfections. I wish I took a picture of it. It was kind of almost like there was a ghost trapped within the plastic that was like, help. Like it was just like all kinds of scary. I find the 4 that I'm gonna get. And I'm also going to get myself an acrylic container because I kind of want one more acrylic piece. So we're online, a bunch of people, you know, wearing their masks underneath their fucking nose or literally above their nose and their mouth is hanging out. Like, it's just, you know, New York at its best. So after what it felt like was an eternity, I finally go up to the sales associate.
Hi, how can I help you?
And I'm like, hey, hi, how are you doing? Because that's the one thing I try to make a point to be very, very nice to any sort of worker right now that has to deal with the general public. From hearing the war stories, what my husband tells me, I never want to come off any sort of way because I can't even imagine what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? So I'm like, unfortunately I have a return, but I would like to return these and then kind of swap them for this. The customer service line, they said that I can do this as long as I have my receipt, which I have my receipt. If there's anything else you need, just let me know, blah, blah.
Sure.
So she stares at her register for a minute. She presses a couple of buttons and she goes,
So, what do you want to do?
so I want to take these 4 containers that I purchased online. They were shipped to my house. I want to return them because as you can see, like they have some imperfections on them. And I called customer service and they said that I can return it in exchange for getting new ones because, you know, these are damaged.
How did they get damaged?
How the fuck should I know? So, I didn't say that. I was like, I don't know. I said, unfortunately, when I opened the box up, I noticed that it had like these really weird kind of like smudges. So I tried to initially clean it and I noticed that it wasn't coming off. I think it's in between the plastic. So that's why I called customer service and they said that it's defective and I can return it.
So you don't know how it got there?
I don't work in the fucking factory that this was made. No, I don't know how to, no. She didn't look at her register like a confused dog. She was like, huh? Granted, I don't know what's going on the other side, right? So, I mean, essentially, it could be asking some crazy ass shit. I don't know what their registers look like. So I'm trying to think, like, in my head, I'm like, maybe they don't even have keys. Maybe they just have, like, pictures. And, like, she has to figure out, like, what my complaint is according to, like, the pictures on the screen. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to give this girl the benefit of the doubt right now, okay? So she finally looks at me and I said, oh, you know, here's the receipt. I put it down on the counter and she, like, looks at it and she goes, kind of looks this way and then kind of walks away. By the way, I'm like bronzing myself up today because I've been loving the shit out of this Lethal Cosmetics bronzer because it's like a proper cool boy. And I just love looking like I just came back from vacation, bitch. You have no idea. When we all know the only sunlight I get is from my apartment window. After about like a minute or two, she kind of moseys on back and she goes,
So you want to return these?
I like looked at Alex and I just was like, am I talking in a different language? Like, I don't understand. I said, yeah, I want to return these because they're defective. I want these new ones. See, they don't have the weird ghost prints on. Like, that's what I want. Like, just that. And you can ring up that and like, be on my way. Like, I was being so nice to this girl. So she's like,
Okay, cool. Can I see your driver's license?
and I'm like, wait, why do you need to see my driver's license? And she's like, I was like, what? And she's like, so I look at Alex and Alex is like, just give her your driver's license. Like, they just need the number because it's coming up as a no receipt. And I'm like, but I have the receipt. It's on the counter. He's like, just give her your fucking driver's license. We need to get out of here. I said, okay, fine. So I show her my driver's license. She reads off the numbers and she's looking at the driver's license to me like, I wish I could make that up. I wish I was making that up. No, that's how long she looked at my driver's license to my face, okay? We're not in a nightclub, all right? I'm not 18 trying to sneak my way in. I'm in a beautifully lit Container Store. And yeah, I look pretty much like my driver's license photo. Unfortunately, double chin and all. Like, it's not like it's some astronomical picture where I was literally like 110 pounds. Like, no, I'm fat there, I'm fat here. You could see that. Like, we could, like, it's me, okay?
It's me, Mario.
Anyway. You can tell just how mad I'm getting right now, just thinking about it. Fine. Oh yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing for blush? I actually don't feel like I don't need the blush because I'm like laughing so hard that my skin is like just getting naturally rosy. Do we do something a little bit more daring? No, I don't think that's gonna work. You know what? Why don't we do like a mixture of like the orange and yellow? Why not? Let's do that. Let's get a little funky. These are also incredibly pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. Oh, that's cute. Oh, nice. Brings a nice little warmth to the face. Thanks, guys. You didn't even tell me my lips look like shit. Ugh. We're gonna use this blue shade, make my eyes pop. So she starts processing the return and she says to me like,
She's like, do you want a gift card or do you want it to be refunded on the original payment?
I'll take the gift card because remember I'm gonna swap these out for this. She's like, so she finishes the transaction and then she looks up to me and goes,
Can I help you?
yeah, hi. At this point, we've been there for about a good 15 fucking minutes, all right? How are we not best friends? I don't know. So I say to her, yeah, I was like, I was so fucking dumbfounded because I was like, I don't know what else to say to you other than like, can I just get these containers? Can I just leave? Like, I'm so tired right now. Like, you're literally draining me right now. So I'm like, yeah, hey, remember I wanted to get these? She's like,
Right.
cool. Okay. She starts to like ring them up. So I was like, oh, and this acrylic box too. And she's like,
Okay, cool.
everything rings up and it's like $70. And I'm like, the fuck? Like $70?
So, are you gonna pay credit card or cash?
And I'm like, well, I'll pay with part of my refund. And then I was like, I guess I'll give the rest for you in cash. I'm at that point standing here thinking like, how much are these boxes? Like, I didn't realize they were this expensive. So she's like,
Okay, cool.
and she just stares at me. Oh, I was like, oh shit, like I have to give her the gift card for the refund. So I'm like looking at my bag, looking at my wallet, checking my coat pocket. I look at Alex and he's just like, I look back and I was like, oh, I don't think you gave me my refund. And so she like looks down, like I guess on a register and so she hands it to me. Okay, so I'm gonna use this and then I'll pay the difference. She goes,
Oh, you can't use that.
Huh?
You can't.
What? I thought I could use my refund because remember, I'm returning this and in exchange getting these. And then I was gonna buy this. And she goes,
You can't use your refund.
so then I look over to the other cashier and he like looks back at me and he goes,
What?
and I said, I can't use my refund. Like I lost my mind. I was like, I can't use my refund. And he was like,
I don't know what you're saying.
and I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying either. Like, what is this? I don't understand what is going on right now. So he comes over, turns out he's a manager. And I'm like, hey, sir. Hi. I came in here. I said, I returned those and I wanted to buy these. Like in exchange, I called customer service. I said, fine. I said, and I'm going to buy this. And he goes,
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I said, she has my refund. She said I can't use my refund on these boxes. He slowly looks at the sales associate and goes,
Did you tell her she can't use her refund?
Yeah,
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
all right, all right, all right. Ooh, okay, okay. So he's finishing the transaction and showing her like, no, you need to press this button or whatever. So the whole time I'm kind of like standing there thinking like to myself, oh my God, you know what? I need to like chill out. Like I'm not yelling or anything, but I'm like being kind of firm. So I say to her like, by the way, thank you so much for helping me. And I was presumptuous and figured maybe she's new, right? So I said, oh, how long have you been working here?
3 years.
I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I just want to get this shit over with. I'm tired at this point. I'm aggravated. I'm hungry. Get me the fuck out of here. Now the guy's like,
All right, everything is settled. Your new total is $46.
46 fucking dollars. I know that the acrylic thing that I wanted was like 23 and change. So I say to him like, how much is the acrylic thing? He goes,
I don't know.
you fucking, I was like, okay. I said, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I think in the back, I think the tag said 23. Now, totally could be, me. It could be me. Maybe I saw something else. I don't know, but I think it was like 23. So he price checks, he goes,
23.
so I was like, okay, cool. So how's my order $46? He's like,
Well, you also bought all these acrylic boxes.
and I'm like, I literally like looked at Alex and I was just like, I don't even want this anymore. Like I was like, I just want to go home. Like Container Store broke me. Fuck this place. So I was like, no. What happened was that I purchased these online. They came defective. I was told by your customer service that I can return them. I am here. I'm trying to return these. And I also want this acrylic container.
Oh. Okay. You should have told me that. This would be an even swap. Only technically pay for the acrylic box.
And I'm like, honestly, even thinking about it now makes me so angry. I'm so angry right now. Charged me for the acrylic box that was, with tax, came out to about 25 or so. And then was like,
All right. Cool. We're good. You're good. You need anything else?
I'm like, no, thank you. Take my new boxes. Take my acrylic box. I leave the store. I spent 45 minutes in there. $45 minutes. Container Store broke me, okay? Container Store broke me. When I left there, I was like a different person. I just defeated. And now it makes sense why I see so many people leave the Container Store defeated. It makes all the sense to me now. I want something a little bit more spicier there. What could we put there? Oh yeah. Slut it up. All right, and the last thing we're gonna add is this highlighter, which honestly, I'll have a review on this, but this is by far, oh my God, wait, I think I actually had something else on this brush. I just realized that. It was a combination highlighter. All right, hold on. All right, that's little bit better. Forgot I was playing with a bunch of highlighters before. That was a little bit of the Bitter Lace Beauty highlighter, I believe. We're trying to go a little bit softer today. Let's put some setting spray and then we're gonna pick a lip. Just bukkake to me in my forehead. Love that. Love that for me. I mean, this is a great setting spray. It's just a little aggressive. All right, and that is the completed look. I went a little highlighter heavy. What else is new? Yeah, let me know down below if you've ever had an infuriating customer service story. I love those. Let me know because I want to hear all about it. Again. Thank you, Function Beauty, for sponsoring today's video. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful, lovely, deliciously scrumptious, adorable patrons. I love your faces so much. Thank you for keeping this disgusting, filthy, disgusting garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do it without you. If you want to know where to get my merch along with where to find my podcast, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.